Hi friends, welcome to this half moon Vinyasa class. So this is a progression where we will be moving towards the half moon yoga pose Ardha Chandrasana. This is a full body flow. We will be working with building strength and flexibility for this pose, but even if you already know the pose, you will certainly enjoy this flow. It is beneficial if you have some yoga experience, but either way, you could just try it out and have some fun with it. For today's class, it would be very helpful if you have 1 or 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have any, you could use a big book of the same size. It should give you some stability. But even if you don't have any of that, that's totally fine. It might be a little bit more challenging, but I will definitely show you how you can make it work without any props. My name is Jenny. I'm super excited you decided to practice with me today. And if you haven't yet, take a quick moment to subscribe to my channel. It only takes a second. There are loads of free yoga videos for you. And then let's just jump right into our practice. We begin our practice on all fours. If you happen to have 2 blocks, you could put one on either side of your mat. If you only have one, just keep it in the front. And if you don't have any, don't worry about it. So let's begin with some nice cat-cow stretches to arrive in the body and to prepare the spine. So we spread out the fingers nice and wide, right underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, and then we press away from the ground, rounding the back, taking the chin into the chest, press the shoulder blades apart, take a deep breath here into that upper back, broaden, and then drop the belly, send the chest forward, open the heart, chin slightly forward and up for a cat, for a cow stretch, so gently curving the back. Again, we stay for 1 breath here. And then we do this dynamically with the breath, exhaling, rounding the back, draw the lower belly in and up, chin into the chest, and inhaling, opening up gently, curving the back. We will do this a couple of times. Maybe you want to use the moment to close your eyes, to connect with your body and with your breath, and to really tune into your practice, leaving everything else behind. Turning the attention rather inward. How do you feel today? How's that breath flowing? We don't want to strain. Just take a little inventory. Good. Do 1 more round. And then when you're in your cat stretch the next time, stay there, really press away from the ground. Take the left knee into the chest, so nose towards knee. Hold here for a moment to activate your core. And then on the inhale, open up again like you would for a cow back. Lift that leg up, knee high, and exhale, round again. Good. Again, inhaling, opening up. The knee can stay bent. And exhale, round. We do only 1 more. Controlled movement. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round. Now from here, start circling that knee in the air as if you wanted to draw big circles. So we really warm up the whole hip joint, bring some mobility into this joint, lubricate it, make sure our blood is circulating, our energy. We need a lot of hip flexibility for half moon, so let's start working on that already. See how far you can go, really opening up the hip and really drawing the knee forward again. Change the direction and play around with it a little bit. You can withdraw from the screen for a moment. You don't have to watch me, rather just explore what your hip can actually do and start to notice that warmth that's being created in that joint. Good. From here, send the leg back parallel to the floor, tuck the right toes under and step them outside of the mat. So now we open up the hip to the side and place the left foot down. The left arm comes up for a side plank variation. Good. Lift off this right shoulder, so don't collapse into the joint, but really activate your muscles. Good. Extend the left arm over your ear to give your side body a nice stretch. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. Left arm back to the ceiling. Now engage that side body. Lift the left leg off the ground parallel to the floor. This is already kind of a small half moon. Do you notice? So we take an inhale here. And exhale, lower the leg without actually touching the ground. We do that twice. Inhale up. Exhale down. Without sending it all the way down. Inhale, lift it up. Height of the hip. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come back up. Good. Exhale, turn towards the mat. Knees next to each other for a moment. Take a child's pose. Send the hips back. Let them become heavy. Upper body melts down to the ground. Forehead touches the ground or just hovers here. Take 2 deep breaths. One more. And then come back. On the inhale, on all fours, hands on the shoulders. Exhale, right knee curls in, nose to knee. Inhale, open up. Gentle curve in the back. Exhale, round tiger curl. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, bring the knee in, and then from here, open up. Draw big circles into the air with your right knee. And again, explore that range of motion of your hip joint. It's the biggest joint in the body, and it can do a lot of things. But even if you feel a little bit stiff and that movement seems rigid or not very big, that's fine. Just explore and be curious about it. Good. Let's circle it the other way around. Take your time. You don't need to rush through these movements. Good. And then extend that leg back out parallel to the floor. Tuck the left toes and step them out of the mat. This will give you more stability. Diagonal lower leg. Right foot comes down. Right arm lifts up to the ceiling for side angle variation. Lift again up towards the ceiling. Extend the right arm over your ear. Give some space to that side body. Breathe into it. And then bring the arm back up. Engage the core in the leg. You can flex the right foot. Inhale, bring it up parallel to the floor. Exhale, send it down without touching the ground. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We lift it up one more time. Inhale. And exhale, bring it all back down to the mat. Short child's pose, just to kind of tune in and notice what these movements do to your body. Don't check out here. Take a restorative breath in. Maybe side out through the mouth. Good. Extend the arms forward, place the hands down. Inhale onto the knees. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Can bend through the knees generously, especially in the beginning. Bring the heels alternately towards the ground, just as much as comfortable. Maybe softly shake your head, yes and no. Release any leftover tension that you might carry from your day or from your night. Good. And then let's flow here. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank. And exhale, send the knees down. Slowly lower all the way down onto the belly. Keep the elbows towards the ribs. Point the toes, heart forward, cobra. Activate the back. And exhale, tuck the toes. Use the knees in the beginning. Come back, downward facing dog. Let's do one more. Inhale, float forward, take your time. Exhale, with or without the knees, slowly lower down. Don't curve the back. Inhale, offer the heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Inhale here. Exhale. Now inhale, float forward into your high plank. Exhale, we bring it over to the right side for side plank. So the right outside edge of the foot comes down, left inside edge comes down, and the left arm pulls up to the ceiling. We'll just stay for a moment. Press up through the shoulder, through the hip. Take a deep inhale here, and a full exhale. And then from here, bring that right knee down just as you did before, right under the hip. Right toes are tucked, and you get some relief. Modified side plank. Good. Let's take an inhale here, and an exhale. Extend that arm over the ear as we did before. Lift your left leg off the ground. Inhale, heel length. Exhale, bring it in, elbow and knee. Curl it in. Very good. We do 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Now, either stay or option, exhale, bend the leg, grab a hold of the back of your foot or the ankle, wherever you reach. Press into that hand and open the groin, open the shoulder. Good. You can either look up or look down if that's better for your neck. And if this is a bit too much, you just stay in the extended version. Deep breaths. Good job. Now extend again. Do all of these movements, these transitions with control. Bring it back to the center. Left toes step down. Right toes follow for high plank. Inhale. Exhale, go to a dog or choose a vinyasa with or without the knees as we did, or halfway chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep breath in here. And a full breath out. Good. Second side. Inhale, float forward, high plank. Exhale, side plank, left side. Left heel comes down, right inside edge of the foot. Press up through the left hand. Lift up. Good. Stay, one breath. And then bring that left knee down to the mat underneath the left hip. Left toes are tucked. We're back in our side plank variation. Make it a bit easier on that left wrist. Good. Extend the arm over your head. Lift the right leg off the ground. Now really activate the body. Inhale, length. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Good. Inhale with control. Exhale with strength. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, extend. And now again, choose to stay or bend the leg, grab a hold of that foot, press into the foot, open up the hip, open up the chest. I'm staying with the back to the camera so you can double check if you're not quite sure and you can see the pose from all the angles. Keep breathing. Now when you're about to let go, don't just let go, but take control. Extend arm and leg one more time, and then turn towards the mat, right hand on the right shoulder, tuck the right toes, left toes follow for high plank. Choose a dog, a child, or flow of your choice. Move with your breath, take your time. And then in the downward facing dog, let's take a deep breath in, and maybe sigh it out. Well done. Look to the top of the mat. Take 2 big steps or many small ones to the top of the mat. Then lengthen through the spine for half forward folds. And exhale, fold deep. Inhale, half. You could slide along the shins as well for a flat back. And exhale, fold all the way. Let's do one more. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Let's come to standing, arms over the side with a straight back. You can bend the knees. Look up to your hands. And then bring it down in front of the heart center. And take a moment to breathe. Tadasana. Check in with your breath. Notice the energy that is rushing through the body. And then let's keep moving. Inhale, arms over the side. Generous gesture, open up. Exhale, dive through the center. Keep the knees soft. Let the head be heavy here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, in one breath, step back, lower down, all the way or half. You could always choose the knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog, whatever feels controlled for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee forward. We'll step it through between the hands for high lunge. Activate your legs, stand up, sweep the arms up alongside the ears, and we stay for the exhale. We want to strengthen our legs and open this left groin. So try and really pull the feet towards each other on the mat. Don't just rely on the sticky mat that you probably have, but pretend like it's slippy and really pull those feet towards each other. Bring some strength and some stability into your pose. Take another deep inhale here. And a full exhale. Inhale. And exhale slowly with control. Bring that left knee down to the ground. If you need cushioning, just fold your mat twice. Inhale here. And exhale, interlace all 10 fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest slightly. We mostly want to get into the left groin. So don't necessarily let the hips sink super low, but rather pull it back, but lift that pubic bone up. You will feel the difference in your left groin. Let's take another deep breath here. And one more for this pose to really unfold its effect. And then on the inhale, release the arms up. And then bring the hands down towards the ground. Inside of the right foot, you can walk that foot out. And now we lower the hips down for our lizard pose, moving a bit deeper into the hips. You can either stay on the hands, you can walk the hands forward just a little bit, or even come onto the forearms, or you use your prop if you have one, if the floor is a bit far away. Now another option would be lifting the left leg off the ground. These are all just different variations of the same pose. Want to stay for a couple of breaths to really open up through those hips. So choose what works for you. So position wherever you can still breathe smoothly. Good. We take one more full breath here. And we walk the hands back towards the body. Really press those hands into the ground. Lift the left knee off if it's not off the ground yet. Activate the core. Try without sliding. Step it back. And choose to either flow once in your favorite variation or just come into a downward facing dog. Good. In the dog, inhale once. And side out. Second side, inhale left leg up. Exhale, bring the knee forward, step it through. Activate the legs. High lunge, inhale. And stay for your exhale. And again, we want to hold those postures for a little bit to really strengthen and lengthen through the right groin now. Pull the left hip back slightly, right hip forward. Arms are active, shoulders are relaxed. Good. Lift the pubic bone a little bit higher. Last breath here. And then slowly, with a lot of control, lower that right knee down to the ground. Low lunge, Vinyasa. You can bring the hips back again if you wish. Interlace the fingers one finger further than you have before. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart up. And again, control, or try for a moment how the pose changes. If you just kind of passively sink into it, even if you're flexible, or if you pull the hips back, you lift the pubic bone, you bring the tailbone down, and you have a little bit more opening through the right groin. Hands away from the bum, breathe into the chest. Good. Now, on your next inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands onto the inside of the left foot. Come down to the ground. Walk the left foot out for as much space as you need, but keep pressing that knee towards your shoulder. Choose to stay on your hands. Maybe walk the hands a little bit further, or maybe come onto the forearms or onto a prop. Option to lift the knee off the ground. See where you want to go on the second side. Try to find a similar stimulation, but accept irregularities. We're all very different on the right and the left side very often. So just notice and see how you can work with that. Find your long breath again. Good. Last full breath here. Feel free to side out if you've encountered some tension in this pose. Leave it here. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Lift the right knee off if you haven't yet. You can walk the left foot out a little bit. It makes it easier to step back with control. Really press through the shoulders. Step the left foot back. Choose a flow or directly go into your downward facing dog. in the down dog. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Look forward. Either step or hop to the top of your mat for half forward fold. And then fold all the way down. Let's do one more. Inhale, half fold, forward fold. And exhale, fold all the way down. To standing, inhale, arms over the side, reach it up. And exhale, hands together in front of the heart center. Good. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Okay. Take your hands on your hips. Make a big step with your left foot far behind you for warrior two. Open the back foot 90 degrees. Make sure you have your prop, at least one at the top of your mat. Maybe you have two on either side. Bend the front leg deep for warrior two. We want to open the hips. Knees over the ankle. You bring the tailbone down. You lift the pubic bone up. You roll the thighs out. Open the groins. Now you can even take one hand on the lower belly, one hand on the lower back, and play with the position of your pelvis. And when you feel that your groins are opening, then you can take your arms to the side. Warrior two. Again, pretend the mat is slippy. Activate the legs. We stay another deep breath here. And then on the inhale, we straighten the front leg. We open the left foot and we do a double warrior, or goddess pose, how we call it. Sit deep. So both knees are over both ankles. Take a moment to adjust. Open the feet so wide that you can open the knees, but you still want to be able to hold your balance. Sit a bit lower. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, warrior two to the second side. So left toes pointing forward or to the back of your mat. Right foot is parallel to the short side of the mat. Again, check the position of your pelvis, of your spine, and only then extend your arms. Good. Really work on opening those groins. Let those inner thighs work. Okay. Inhale, straighten the front leg. One more time, exhale, open both feet, double warrior or goddess pose. Good. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, only maybe sit a bit lower. Stay for two. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, warrior two to the front side of the mat. Now inhale here. We keep moving on now. You can check your leg position. It stays the same. We go into a side angle, Parshvakonasana. Open the left side of the body. Left arm goes over your ear. Again, don't collapse into that shoulder. You could move onto your block if you wanted to. If you want to come a bit lower, block has different sizes. If you have a lot of space, you can come onto the ground, but you want to make sure you don't fall forward in the upper body. Keep the side body open, chest tilting almost towards the sky. Good. Keep breathing. Last deep breath here. And then look to the ground for stability. Inhale, come back up into your warrior two. And exhale, extend that front leg. Good. Maybe step the back foot in just slightly. You don't have to, but see if that gives you more stability for triangle. Lift through the chest, inhale. Small bend in the front knee, exhale, slide it down. Now we keep the upper body open. Right hand is on the shin, but we want to stay light on that right hand. So don't sink into it, but again, reach up as if you wanted to stand up. You can look in the upper hand or the lower hand, whatever feels better for your neck. And breathe. Good. Let's take two more breaths here. And then really feel into the position of your feet. Feel into the position of your hip. Take your left hand into your right hip and take the left shoulder back even further. Now look down onto the ground. Take your prop if you have one, maybe on the highest size, and then bend that right leg. Now move your hand or your prop outside of the right foot and towards the right edge of the mat, so slightly forward. Now step that left foot in. We will be going into our half moon, pressing up on that right leg. The position of the hip, of the shoulders, of the feet stays the same. It's kind of like the triangle has just fallen onto the other side. And your hand with the block, or if you don't have one, without the block on the fingertips should be under your shoulder. So slightly in front of your foot and slightly outward. And then you can open the chest, open the hip, and maybe even send the left arm up. Keep breathing, long breaths. Maybe you can lift the leg onto the height of your hips as we practiced in the variation before. You can look down for stability or look up if you want to challenge yourself. Let's take another deep breath, Ardha Chandrasana. And then slowly, slowly, take your time, don't rush. Bring the right knee, bend the right knee, bring the left foot far behind you for warrior two. You can even keep the right hand down, and only when the foot landed on the ground, come back up. Take a deep exhale. Good. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, turn all toes to the front, and just take a moment to shake it up. Okay. Roll the shoulders. Take a deep breath. Come to the second side. Warrior two towards the left foot. If you only have one prop, take it with you. Find your warrior two first. Good. Inhale here. Moving on into our side angle. So forearm down onto the leg first. Right palm points up and then pulls over the ear. Now you want to stay either here or you move on onto your prop or onto the ground. But remember, heart stays open. So wherever that is for you, stay and breathe. Find your expression of the pose for today. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to feel right. It can be a bit challenging, but you should be able to breathe. Good. Last breath. Activate the core and then come back up, warrior two. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, slide it down for your triangle pose. See if you need to adjust your step. Open up the chest. Remember, tiny bend in the left knee. And then stay. Take some weight out of the left hand, just as much as you can, so you can feel that upper body activating. Good. Your spine should be nice and long. You don't want to be hunching over. Feel the position of your feet, of your hip, of your shoulders. Take the right hand into the hip, open up through the shoulders a bit more, right shoulder pulls back. And then look down to the ground. Bend the knee a lot. Take your prop if you have one, or use the fingertips. Bring them in front of the foot and further out. You can bend the left knee a lot for that. And then step the right foot closer as much as necessary so you can lift off. Take your time. Press with strength and control rather than jumping up. It will be so much harder to catch that wobble. And then once you're there, maybe extend the left leg out. The left leg, the right arm. The right arm goes up to the ceiling. Right leg is parallel to the floor. And if you are on a prop, what's nice about it is that you can really lengthen through the spine, open up the chest, stack the hips on top of each other, flex that right foot, the toes are pointing to the right, so you can really feel where that foot is. Let's take one more deep breath here. Good. And then slowly, slowly bend that left leg, step the right foot far behind you. Only then come up from the strength of your legs and your core. Warrior two. Extend the front leg, turn all toes to the front, release the arms, take a deep breath. Good. Take a moment, step towards your left foot to the top of the mat or the back of your mat for Tadasana. Take your hands together in front of the heart center. Just allow for your body to absorb. If you're looking to the back of your mat, that's fine. Just listen to my voice. Good. Find your smooth breath again. Take your hands into your hips. We'll do a second round. So this time we step back with the right foot. Good. Warrior two. Left knee points forward. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, goddess pose. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two towards the right side. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten for triangle. Exhale, come forward and down. You can try sliding or pulling forward. Just notice the difference. What happens with your lower waist? Are you crunching it, or can you really extend through the spine or lengthen through the spine? Keep the arm up or take the hand down. We're going into a second round, and this time I want to give you a chance to play around a little bit. So bend through that right leg, take your prop if you have one, or do it without. The second round is for you to explore. If the first one was difficult, do the same variation. If it was easy, or if you felt okay, then use the second round to explore the pose. You can challenge yourself by taking weight off the right hand, maybe even let it hover. You could try and look up to your upper hand, or option, as we did in the variation, bend that left leg and grab a hold of the back of your foot or ankle, press into the hand and open up the groin and the shoulder. Good. Whatever you chose, just be playful but calm. Just observe what works for you today. Let's take 2 more breaths for our practice of the half moon in whatever variation you chose. If you're holding the foot, remember to not just let go uncontrollably, but extend. And then when you're ready, slowly bend the right leg, step the left foot back, warrior 2 with control. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, all toes to the front. Let's take inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, bring them back and down. Warrior 2, second side, towards the left foot. Very good. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen through the front knee. Exhale, pull forward, calm down into your triangle pose. It's a nice way to question the way you practice the poses that you practice so often. Just explore your options, play with the control, with the strength. Pretend as if you were standing up. Keep the arm up or bring it into your hip, whatever works better for you, in preparation for your half moon. And then look down, bend the knee, with or without your prop. Step the right foot closer, slide it in if you can, and then press up. Take your time. Very good. Try not to jump. And if this is all a bit much, just keep the knees bent a bit more. You don't have to extend all the way through, and you don't want to press through your joints anyway. Play around with the weights, with your gaze, or maybe grab a hold of that foot if you've done that on the first side, if that worked for you. Whatever is it for you today. Take 2 more deep breaths for your half moon. Good. Look down for stability, bend the left leg slowly, step the right foot far behind you, warrior 2. Stay for your exhale. Good, extend the legs, and then step to the top of your mat towards your right foot for your Tadasana. Good, roll the shoulders up, inhale. Exhale, bring them back and down. Take your hands together in front of the heart center. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Good. Take the arms over the side. Take an inhale. And exhale, bow down, deep forward fold. You can keep the knees soft. Your legs have been working a lot. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, choose to flow one more time. It's up to you. Or step back into a downward facing dog. Whenever you reach there, take your time. You can bend the knees generously, bring them a bit from side to side. So the groins, the hips can relax, the backs of the legs. And then bring the knees down to the mat. Send the hips back onto the heels and sit next to the heels so you can swing the legs around. Good. For twisted seat, bend the right leg, step it over the left knee, and you can choose to stay this way. If you happen to have space, you can bend the left leg as well and sit between the heels, but both sits bones are coming down. Pull yourself up with the left arm, send the right arm up, and exhale, twist over to the right side. You want to feel a nice, gentle stretch on the outside of your right hip, kind of going into the closing of the hips now. We've been outwardly rotating them a lot. So let the breath become a bit calmer. Reach up through the chest. Open on the exhale towards the right. 2 more deep breaths. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold over to the second side, very gentle counter movement. And then sit back up, and we will go into a cow face pose. So we move the right heel further over to the left and try and stack the knees on top of each other. If they don't quite reach and they're kind of hovering, that's completely fine. You could use a prop if you wanted to, but it's also okay if they're hovering. What we want is that stimulation in the outer hips. So if you're here, just try and sit upright. If necessary, use the fingertips to lift yourself up, but don't lean backwards. You could also grab a hold of your feet. And for the ones that are super flexible, if it seems available, you could walk the hands forward and fold over these legs. Please remember, they're all just options of the same pose. Keep breathing. Allow for the exhale to be soft and long. Good. 1 more deep breath here. And then walk the hands towards the upper body. Now you can uncross the legs and change the sides if you have the lower leg extended, or you come onto the fingertips, move over to the left, turn around, full circle, and then fold the right knee in and the left knee on top for the second side. But first we go into the seated twist, so we sit between the heels. Now you can see it a bit better. Left sit bone comes down. If this was too confusing, left leg is extended, right leg is bended. We lift up through the spine, left arm goes up, we twist from the navel over to the left side. For everyone who has the leg bended, make sure you're not sitting on the heel, but you're sitting on the ground. Now inhale through the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. Exhale from the lower belly, twist over to the left side. Eyes closed or rested on one focus point, one drishti, 2 more. And then on your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, soft counter twist. Deep breath here. And then stacking the knees on top of each other for cow face pose, Gomukhasana. Again, if the knees are hovering, that's completely fine. You want to feel the outer hip being stimulated. If you can, then sit between the heels. If that's easy, move the heels further away from you. Sit upright, either with the help of your hands. Grab a hold of the feet, just sit here or rest the hands. If it seems available, maybe come forward just a little bit or further down, but remember not to lift the bum of the ground, but keep pushing those seat bones down and reaching forward if you do. A couple of deep breaths. Good. 2 last breaths here. And then slowly walk the hands back towards the upper body. Walk the hands past you. This time lean onto the hands so you can unravel the legs in front of you. Place the feet in front of you wide and nice, and drop the knees from side to side very softly, like a windshield wipe, just for those hips to relax, the groins, even the belly, the back. Good. And then scooch towards the center of your mat. You can keep the heels, the feet planted down. We will lay down on the back and we'll just move into one little back bend to finalize the practice, a shoulder bridge to open up the groins and the front side of the body. So bring the heels in towards the bum. Take the hands alongside the body. See if you can still touch the heels with the tips of your middle fingers. Press the palms down, press the feet down. Roll your pelvis off the mat, the lower back, the middle, and the upper back for shoulder bridge. Maybe interlace the fingers behind the back. Pull the shoulder blades together to further puff up that chest. Take the chin in. Neck is long. Activate the back of your thighs to really open up through those groins. 2 full breaths. 1 last one. And come onto the tiptoes, release the hands. You can press the palms down for some support, roll the spine back down to the ground. Walk the feet out towards the edges of the mat, drop the knees towards the center, place the palms on the upper body wherever it feels warm and soothing. Feel free to close the eyes, take a deep breath. And then extend the arms out. You can keep them in a cactus shape for relaxed shoulders, so extend them all the way. And one more time, drop those knees from side to side. Maybe stay for a moment on one side and a little soft twist for a deep breath. And then bring it over the center to the second side. Full breath here. Good. And then one knee after the other. Pull them up towards the chest. Hug the lower knees in, the lower legs in by grabbing the shins or the knees. Maybe roll a bit from side to side. Massaging that lower back, bringing the knees rhythmically towards the chest. Really lengthening out that lower back. And just take a moment to see if there's anything else that your body needs now to finalize this practice. It could be super intuitive, anything that wants to be moved, anything that wants to be stretched. Just to make sure your body feels balanced after this flow. And then when you feel ready, just take a moment to extend on your mat for Shavasana. We want to give a moment to our body to absorb and internalize all the effects of this practice. So give a lot of space to your arms and your legs. Allow the body to become heavy and really relax. Wherever you are in your breath, take a full exhale, emptying the lungs out. Inhale through the nose, take your time. Fill the whole lungs up with air, and at the top, hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then let go through the mouth. Good. Let go of any breath control. Let go of any control over the body, every muscle, every fiber of the body can fully relax now. And let go of any control over the thoughts, whatever is still going on in your mind, whatever ideas or whatever to-do comes up now. Don't allow it to touch you. Any ideas, if this practice was challenging or very easy for you, it doesn't matter. Let those thoughts just come and go. Let a feeling of relaxation spread in your body. Know that there's nothing you have to do right now. You did an amazing job taking the time for your practice. That's all that counts. So make sure to express some gratitude towards yourself, towards your body. And stay here for as long as you wish to feel refreshed and energized and to move on into your day. I'll leave you here. I can't wait to see you in the next video.